Welcome to No Strings Attached, untangling conversations about shady topics. Hosted by Roger Magalhaes, this podcast pulls back the curtain on the window covering industry with expert insights and a splash of Brazilian flair. Whether you're an installer, designer, dealer, or just fed up with crooked blinds, get ready for real tips, industry know-how, and plenty of laughs. Now, let's get untangled.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of No Strings Attached. My name is Roger Magalhaes, and I am your host. If this is your first time here, welcome to the show. And if you have been here before, welcome back. Today, I am going to talk about tears, dust, and team. Intrigued? Who would blame you? But before we get into the show, I just want to remind you that this episode is sponsored by BlindsOnline.com. BlindsOnline.com is a website that provides window coverings at a very affordable price. No BS, no 50 shades of gray, just the basic, directly to what we need options. So you don't need to worry about too many options. They just select the right options for you. BlindsOnline.com, check them out. So today's show is about being thankful. So we are in December, Thanksgiving, holidays, all the good stuff. I personally use this time of the year to kind of reset the button, start thinking what went wrong, things that went right, what I learned, what I want to do better for next year. And boy, let me tell you this, 2025 was a huge roller coaster. So to be honest, it started back in 2024. We bought the house in September. 2 weeks later, we got hit by the hurricane. 2 weeks after that, we got hit by the second hurricane. So everything we planned that we're hoping to do in 2025 ended up being slightly different, if you know what I mean. So basically, we started 2025 remodeling our home, living in dust, didn't know if I was at a job site when I woke up, didn't know if it was a house, and it took it from there. So sometimes you plan things and, life laugh at you because they have different plans. So it started with a lot of construction, a lot of things that I planned to do didn't work out exactly the way, but we pushed forward. We did what we could. Construction delays, then all of these things taking a hit, having the business in Boston going. I said I just don't have time to keep spreading myself too thin. So I arranged a sale. I pretty much sold the book of business in Boston to a colleague of mine. So he took over, and I went there in March to really clear the warehouse, get rid of things, disconnect completely. So another chapter was completed. Obviously, it's not as simple as it sounds. There's a lot of history, a lot of memories, a lot of chapters of my life that it was built in Boston. Friends, that's where I met Anna. That's where I went to learn English. That is where I got my citizenship. So Boston, it was home for 23 years. So it's like a kid, you pop a kid, you pet the kid, kids grow, you think you have everything figured out, you know what they're going to do for life, and next thing you know, they say, Mom, it's time to go, now time to move on, I want to have my own place. Boston was more like that, so I thought it was going to be forever. The forever came to an end. Eventually, we felt like we need to go someplace else, so there was a lot of emotions closing the business. But hey, life goes on, right? It happened before. I thought the same way in Brazil, and then 27 years later, I moved to the U.S., and the whole story repeats. So it was emotional. We moved on, moved to Tampa, dealing with construction, and then it's time to really focus in Tampa, grow the area here, and take it on. So lots of potential. Exterior shades, retractable awnings, hurricane shutters, window film, window tinting. So much more possibilities that we didn't have in Boston. So I'm all excited. Everything going on. I'm going to conquer the world again. And then out one morning, with all of these things going on, problems with permits, and you go back to the city 10 times before they can approve things, and then something hit me, and I say, wait a minute. If I am dealing with construction and permitting and need to go back 3-4 times before things work, what about if I have 10 jobs that requires permitting and I need to do these 10 times? And I say, you know what? Maybe God is giving me a hint that I don't want to pursue these again. I don't want to drag myself 24 hours a day working like I did in Boston. The whole reason to move to Boston was exactly to slow down. So it was a reset moment, a kind of aha moment that I wanted to truly focus on what I do best. So it was a pullback time, reassess how I want to proceed forward. Another motion, another moment, and in the end, we feel like we did the best. But I'm telling you all of these just to acknowledge that I didn't do all of these alone. So I feel like I was only able to get to the end of the year, not because I'm courageous, not because I have all the strength, but because I have the best team, the best support. So while doing in all this transition, I still have people managing the business. I have great neighbors. I have a strong family. And those things are really solid. They are truly what makes or breaks a person. And I would extend this thought to you. Do you feel you carry the entire weight over your shoulder? Or do you have people that you are thankful for that help you carry the load with you? So I have awesome installers. Obviously, I am there in support, helping them, guiding them, but they are the boots on the grounds. They are the ones hands-on doing the work. I have Lismar in the office, taking control, in charge, sending invoices, sending estimates, sending follow-ups, collecting reviews. We do daily calls so I can guide her what to do so I can move on with other things. I'm having more time to write, to do podcasts, to think, to plan, to grow. I even have time to spend with Anna simply watching TV. It sounds stupid, but for someone that spent the last 18 years with every single free time available, looking at the phone, trying to catch up, trying to do something that I forgot to do 3 days ago. Simply things, just watching TV is a huge, absolutely huge compliment, huge achievement for me. Even talking to a friend of mine, and I said, well, I'm watching these series on Netflix, and he, what? You watching TV now? And I say, yes, dude, believe it or not. I even got time to do, an hour, or even on that was a Saturday not too long ago. It was rainy. I marathoned the entire series on a Saturday, and I was so proud of it. In the past, I would have been completely ashamed that I spent a day enjoying myself instead of being working catch up. So that's how your mind shifts when you have a team to support you. So I just wanted to do this episode to thank everyone around me that supported me to change, to be a better business person, to be a better human being, just by trusting others. So I had trusting issues in the past. I still do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm just evolving. But once I learned to let go, once I implemented systems to check and balance things, to make sure the system is working, or at least to flag things that should be improved, things got a lot better. So huge thanks to my team. Thanks to the people around me that helped me become a better person, helped me grow, so that 2026 hopefully will be a much smoother transition, a much smoother year with better things to do. And as a matter of fact, I am working on something big. We have a 20-year anniversary for Shades in Place in July. I'm already working on something to celebrate that with a big impact. At least to me, looks like a big impact. So please share your comments. I read everything you throw my way. I'm going to leave a link with the inspiring blog about this same topic. Wish you a great holiday season, and thanks for being with me all along. Thanks so much. Enjoy your family, enjoy your life, and have a great holiday. Take care.
That's a wrap for this episode of No Strings Attached, untangling conversations about shady topics. If you enjoyed today's discussion, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with fellow industry pros and window treatment enthusiasts. For more expert insights, follow Roger on social media and visit Shades in Place at www.shadesinplace.com. Thanks for listening. Until next time, keep your shades stylish and your conversations shady.